Hello, welcome to Story Hot Africa, based on a true African tale. A story of kindness, faith, and miracles.
In a quiet African village called Nkawu, nestled between golden savannas and a winding river, lived a humble girl named Zawadi. She was known for her kindness, her deep brown eyes full of dreams, and her hard-working hands that helped her mother every day at the market. Zawadi's family was poor. Her father had passed away when she was young, and her mother struggled to raise her and her younger siblings. Life was a daily challenge, and though Zawadi had dreams of marrying for love, reality was often cruel. One afternoon, Zawadi overheard her mother talking to a visitor. It was Mzee Tambwe, the village matchmaker. "There is a man from the next village," her mother said, her voice shaking. "He is not rich, but he wants a wife. He has seen Zawadi at the river." Zawadi's heart sank. She did not know this man. Her mother wept later that night. "Forgive me, my child," she said. "I cannot feed you all. He promises to treat you well." The next week, Zawadi was taken to Kiji Cha Mbali, a remote village far from her home. There she met her husband-to-be, Juma. He wore simple clothes and lived in a tiny hut. He looked no better off than her family. Zawadi tried to hide her disappointment. She expected a better life, but this felt like trading one hardship for another. Juma, however, was kind, quiet, and respectful. "I will not force you," he said gently. "You are free here." Weeks passed. Zawadi began to notice strange things. Juma disappeared every morning before sunrise and returned only at night, yet his clothes were always clean. Their food, though simple, never ran out. Sometimes, Juma would bring her gifts: rare fruits, a carved necklace, even once a piece of fabric finer than anything in the village. "Where do you find these?" she asked. "I work," he replied simply, "in places where few dare go." Zawadi became curious. One day, she decided to follow him. She kept her distance as he walked through the forest, then through thorny paths she had never seen. To her shock, the forest opened to a hidden road. At its end stood a gleaming white SUV. Juma got in, and the car disappeared down the road. Zawadi ran back, confused and frightened. That night, she said nothing. The next day, Juma returned with a small box. Inside was a gold bracelet. "For you," he said. "No strings." Zawadi stared at him. "Who are you really, Juma?" He looked at her with calm eyes. "I am the man you married, and I meant no lie. But the truth is, I am not poor." He told her his story. He was the son of a wealthy businessman from the city. But after a bitter family betrayal, he left everything to live in solitude, seeking peace. He disguised himself to find someone who would love him not for money but for who he was. "I asked the matchmaker to find me someone simple and kind. When I saw you by the river, I knew you were different." Zawadi's heart was torn. She had been angry at life for bringing her here, but now, she saw that fate had not punished her, it had protected her. The next day, Juma took her on a journey. They traveled far, until they reached the city. There, he led her into a stunning villa: marble floors, sparkling fountains, and a courtyard full of roses. "This is also your home," Juma said. Servants bowed. A sleek car waited. Zawadi could not believe her eyes. In the weeks that followed, Zawadi was transformed. She was taught etiquette, fashion, and business. But Juma never asked her to change her heart. "Stay kind," he always said.
Their wedding was humble. A broad band of elders, kola nut offerings, drummed blessings under open sky. Adama wore a hand-woven cloth, carrying a tiny carved bird as her dowry. They moved into a small mud brick hut with thatched roof. Inside, she learned to grind corn, fetch water, and sweep clay floors. He planted yams, carved stools, and sold them weekly at the market. At first, they thrived on simplicity. They shared stories under stars, sang to firecrackles, and dreamed together. Yet after months, Adama felt